it's KayBeast, and for this week's video I have another sketchbook tour. This is sketchbook number 10. I actually have two that are labeled number 10. Apparently I mislabeled while I was organizing them a while back, but according to the dates on it, this one came first. I worked on this one from June of 2007 to late 2007. I was 19. I was definitely working at the Hannaford when I was doing this. This might have been when I worked on the break room. I can't remember. But yeah, since it's from this like late high school, like just at the end of just after high school stuff, it's probably going to be a lot of the same of what you've seen in the past few. I predict a lot of character studies and sheets and probably some dragons. So we'll see how accurate I was. So yeah, I can't remember where I got this. I might have gotten this in Walmart or at work or something, but yeah. So right after that, have a girl that I never finished. I just gave up halfway through a leg apparently, but I was still doing that really long style that was influenced by Tsubasa, so I was still doing that. This was a character, one of my OCs. Still want to work on that story some more. I haven't touched that one in like a decade, but I was really active in that particular story at this time. Like that's the one I was excited to work on, so there's probably a lot of these characters opposed to my other one. I have a griffin, a face. I guess I just a floating face and I never did anything else with it. Characters from my first story, and character from my fantasy story. So yeah, pretty much all the same stuff. And random girl, and an eyeball, and a profile. Profiles are still something that give me trouble. Character from an abandoned story. Another face and eye study, I guess. Mouth study. Maybe I probably saw a mouth drawn like this in a comic and I was practicing it. Can't remember. Another profile page. I actually did something with this one. I remember. I think I scanned it and I colored it in Photoshop, because I do have a really old Photoshop file that looks like this that was actually colored digitally. So I like actually did something with this one, even though like the character doesn't even look remotely like this anymore. But like I did something with it, so. Never finished this, but I think I was trying to design like an elf race or something. I was really into drawing the elongated limbs because of Tsubasa, and I think I was trying to run with it. I don't know if it went anywhere though. More mythical creatures. I know that's supposed to be a manticore. I don't know what the other ones are, but I took the manticore thing a little too like literally. It's supposed to be like a lion with like a poisonous barbed tail like a scorpion, so I literally just slapped a scorpion tail on it. I don't know. I think I could be a lot more creative with it now, and I do want to draw mythical creatures again, so I might have to revisit that. That was my elf girl from my fantasy story, and I guess I decided that the elves only have 4 fingers or something. I don't remember. Yeah, I haven't touched the story in forever. This one I've barely worked on compared to my other one, so don't really know what I'm going to do with it now. But I guess that must have been what I was doing. I was trying to design the race or something. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. This was probably a griffin that I never finished. Random girl. I definitely had a problem with like the same face. Like what's it called? Like same face syndrome or something, whatever. When like all your faces for all your characters look exactly the same. I definitely had that problem back then. I've gotten better about it though, but I definitely had that problem where most of my faces looked exactly the same. Character for my fantasy story. I was trying to figure out scenery, I think. Like a tree? I don't know. It was a very, very rough idea of a tree, so I don't really know what I was going with. Another floating head, another hand, another tiny little mouth. I had a really bad problem with finishing using my whole sheets of paper, as I'm sure you've noticed. And I don't think that's something I've actually gotten better with until, honestly, the sketchbook I'm currently using. So, there's going to be about another 10 years of sketchbooks where I basically do one little doodle and I don't touch it. Another fantasy character. Willow elves. Okay, yeah, so I guess I was trying to design like different kinds of elves based on where they lived, which I don't think is a terrible idea, but I might do something way different with it. But I definitely used this design for like a completely different thing too, so it's not that unique, but I was just coming up with ideas, I guess. Eurasian Lynx, definitely used reference for that. I think I know even what book I used. I don't think I have it anymore because I don't think it survived, but it's something that my grandparents gave me when I was little and I held on to, so that was definitely from reference. That was not, and I gave up. Characters from my fantasy story, one of them's a werewolf, and I was just kind of playing around with ideas, I guess. I think I copied that from something, I can't remember. Let's see. Fantasy story again, playing with, I guess, the outfit. I don't know. My main story, the first one I worked on, I guess I was trying to come up with outfit ideas. There's probably a lot of notes too. But this is for a section of the story that's very loosely worked on, so I don't even know if I'm even going to use this stuff when I work on it again. If I work on it again, it's been a while. Dragon. Head, didn't finish. Random doodle, more dragons. I think that's a dragon. Yeah, it's basically all the same stuff. Character from my first story. Gremlin, I guess I was trying to like come up with a creature design, so, or the idea of a gremlin. That's actually not a bad design though, but I definitely was inspired by something. Like, my creature designing skills have never been that great, and if I have something that looks this concrete, I was definitely inspired by something. I just can't remember what it was, but I don't know. I might have to remember this page, actually. I could have fun with that. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Don't mind my light flickering. My lamp situation is really, like, messed up right now. Okay. I'm actually going to remember this page, because I think I could do something with that. So I'm just going to put a little flag in there. Maybe I'll try to redo that for something, like a Draw This Again challenge, but I kind of like that, so I want to save that for something else. Alright, more OCs from the fantasy story. I guess I was coming up with a different outfit for her, but I never took it anywhere else. I don't know. I have thought about this story lately, but I have other ones that are more close to finish that I need to work on more. Doug Bog. Oh, this was me working on with Fantastic Beasts. I got the book and I was going to illustrate all the creatures in it. The movies are out now. I don't really need to do that because a lot of the ones that were never illustrated have been in the movie now. So, yeah, but I was contemplating it. Yep, Grindylow, yeah. I was trying to come up with my own design for him, I guess. I really need to draw, like, mythical creatures more, because it's fun to do. I really need to do that more. From my original story, I was working on the character sheets again. I definitely used reference for her outfit, so. Started this one, never went any farther. I had a scene, I guess. No idea what the scene was even from. But I think I was trying to, like, do like a big illustration. I was planning it and it never went anywhere. Me doing like a larger illustration back then where it was like multiple characters and like a scene or something was not something I was able to do back then. Like, I never followed through. So like something like I posted last week where it was a character in an environment and it was like fully realized. 10 years ago that never would have happened. Like, I never even would have considered even attempting it. So I definitely have come a long way. Character? One of my OCs, maybe? I think so. I have too many. I can't keep track. This a fairy or a pixie or something? I don't really draw fairies or pixies very often. I don't know. Trying to figure out the wing thing, the wing situation is always something that's frustrated me, so. And I try to avoid whenever I do creatures to make them look too human-like. So like, you know, like the Tinkerbell style of fairy where it's literally just a person. It looks like a person, but it's got wings in the back is a style that I've always tried to avoid doing because to me it feels a little too easy. But as a result, I've never been able to draw a pixie or a fairy that I've been happy with because I don't really know how to do it any other way. So I tend to go for more like creature-y creatures versus like humanoid ones. Oh, this was something I was doing for a friend, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, what is this? A friend of mine from high school, obviously this is after high school, but a friend of mine was writing a short story. I don't know if he ever did anything with it. I haven't spoken to him in a really long time, but I really liked the character descriptions that he was writing. So I was like, dude, can I draw your characters for you? Because I just thought they were really neat. He went, yes, please. I never actually did, I think. I don't even know what he's doing now. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. Random creature ideas, I think, that I was just kind of running with. I was trying to invent creatures. And I was having fun with it. That one's kind of cool. It's probably for my fantasy story. I think I was doing it for that. Whole lot of doodles, I guess, of various things. That might have been my brother sitting on the floor. I don't know. A fawn, I guess? Holding a book, so he must be somebody important. That was from Star Wars. That's very clearly from Star Wars or inspired by it. Yeah, I don't know. Designing creatures must have been something I was really into at the time. I'd kind of like to get back into doing that, actually. I just kind of have to actually, you know, set aside the time to do it. Inktober is like taking up all my free time right now. Unfinished studies, I guess? I don't know. I was going to do a character lineup of my fantasy characters, and I've noticed they progressively got shorter. I don't know why that happened. Don't know. This was an OC. These are something. I don't know. Angels? I don't know. Creature that I never finished, but I was starting to come up with an idea. So, I don't know what that is. Griffin, and I did know baby griffins apparently. I really need to do more creatures and stuff. I think the last big creature piece I did, at least for YouTube, was like Trico, and that was like 2 years ago. So, yeah, I really need to do more. And like not fan art either. I need to do like ones where I invent them. Although, to be fair, like stuff like Griffins and Dragons aren't completely unique. The ideas have been around for a while, but... OCs again. OCs again. I just did a lot of character lineups, I guess. Fantasy species for my story. Could be fun to reinvent. Dragons. Random girl, and that's my fantasy character. She has no idea who that is. More fantasy creatures. And a random girl. The pages are sticking together. Random girl. Might be an OC. Can't remember. These are OCs. I had an... Oh, what is this for? This might be from like a story, like a plot point in the story, and I was trying to map it out or figure it out before I wrote it. So, that's probably what that was. OC, playing with colored pencils. Might have been around the time I bought that color pencil set. Don't know. Can't remember exactly when I got it. I had it for a while though. Yep. Yeah, this is definitely when just after I bought my Prismacolors, because I remember really loving that silver one. I hadn't really had like anything metallic besides like a gel pen at that point, and even then my gel pens were like glittery. I didn't have like anything shiny. So definitely had fun with that. More creatures and doodles. This is just a mix of everything, I guess, from various places. I'm supposed to be in a doodly mood, I don't know. Just trying to come up with a creature, I think. Kind of looks a bit dinosaur-esque, but I think I was trying to take it in a different route. I don't know what that is. Dinosaurs, well, some of them, and just other random animal silhouettes, I guess. I guess I just felt like drawing creatures. Not OCs, but I'm not really sure what this is. It looks a little too purposeful, though. I don't know. I don't know. It was 11 years ago. I can't remember what this stuff is. Black dog, white cat with red. This might have been like birthday presents or something? Or Christmas presents? The unicorns were not something I was really into drawing, but this this looks like I'm taking notes. So maybe this was around the time I was drawing a gift for somebody and I was writing down what they wanted. Random girls. Face that I decided I didn't like. Don't know why, it's not that bad. Really teeny doodles, which apparently I did a lot. That's a sled with those cats? This might have been a gift for somebody. I don't know what that is. More unfinished doodles. It must have been around Christmas time or whatever, because I have a girl in the snow, I have a snowman, and then unfinished doodles, and I think that's it. Yep. I have one page that's ripped out, and I have another page that's blank. So, there you go. That's sketchbook number 10, or 10.1 anyway, because I have another one named 10 that's from a little later that year, but I'll do that next time. So, yeah. I guess that does it for this week's video. Sorry that this run's probably a little kind of swamped with Inktober this month. Most of the next few videos coming up are just going to be flip throughs of my Inktober pieces, because like I said in my supply video, I'm doing a lot of my Inktober work at my job on breaks and lunches and stuff, so I don't really have the ability to record them, nor do I really have any spare time to record something else for YouTube. So I think just doing flip throughs of my Inktober pieces might be good, especially for those of you who maybe don't follow me on my other social media and just follow me here. That way you still get to see them, and it'll give me the ability to sort of explain a bit more on what the pieces are and my thought process when I was making them, where it's kind of hard to fit that into a Instagram or Twitter post. So yeah, that's probably what the next few videos are going to be, or some Inktober ones. I will say I'm very excited with where Inktober's taken me this year. I've done some really good work already, and I'm pretty excited about some of the other future prompts. So yeah, I feel pretty confident I can finish it this year, and yeah, I've been making some good stuff. So look forward to that for next week, my first batch of Inktober pieces to show you and explain. So yeah. Anyway, I guess that does it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys!